I hear what they saying, but I can't doubt myself now. I mean, even with reading the scriptures, they hated the Messiah too.
You know they right.
What?
You ain't in the truth.
How?
What's the stuff you teaching?
Teaching what I learned.
You need to just give up now.
Nah.
No, don't give up.
Huh?
Stay in the truth. The Most High sees all the good work you're doing.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. I'm ready. I'm trying to seek the truth, but people question my beliefs. So let me get this off my chest. I'm about to testify relief. I had to leave religion. That's why I'm not a Christian. Cause things weren't adding up. It's constituted up in fiction. These pagan holidays plus a lack of understanding. And they don't keep the laws, but their collection plays demanding. I had to leave the church. These lies I be purging. But I can't believe my ears. They saying Mary was a virgin. Son of man, seed of David. Yeah, you know the rest. How the Messiah ain't have a pops when he was conceived in the flesh. But I digress, they want to see what's on my mind. People ask me if I'm Muslim cause I do not eat the swine. I reply, nah, if you looking you will find the pigs and cleanliness in Leviticus is defined. All praises to a higher through Yeshua the Messiah. Those the names I call on cause to serve is my desire. He told Moses at the burning bush, he said, I am have sent thee. But translated into Hebrew, his name is Ahia, simply. And the Messiah was a Hebrew. So how he get a Greek name? These Romans is injecting all these fallacies. Yeah, cause they tryna play a weak game. His name is Shai, the everlasting king. And if you wanna know the proof, Hosea 2:16. Indoctrination is a tool. You better watch your pastor. They got you as a slave like you better watch your master. Earth been flat, don't believe the lies of NASA. Cause GMOs and chemtrails will kill a nigga faster. Agenda 21, Georgia Guidestones, 501c3. This the land of dry bones. They say the earth's a ball, but I do not see a curve. 8 inches per mile square, but it's flat when I observe. Need to do your research instead of eating what they feed you. They harvesting the organs, yeah, it's crazy how they need you. First there is a plot to eradicate the masses. And if you too blind, go ask the Most High for glasses. And Esau, not the white man. That false doctrine is deception. My people falling for manipulation. Cause these camps done changed their perception. I butt head with Christians, debated with some brews. I'm trying to study all the knowledge just to show myself approved. Open up the scriptures and read it for yourself. And pray for understanding, not for status or for wealth. I'm in a new space with peace up in my spirit. So I gotta give the truth to anybody that'll hear it. Did a lot of research, crazy what I found. Made me question all the camps, man, this doctrine's so sound. Israel ain't only melanated people. Yeah, that's a secret that was kept. But when some brews hear me say it, I know that it is something they can't accept. Go look at the strangers who surging with the brews. They kept the laws of Moses, no difference from the Jews. I used to think the same, but that was the old me. If you wanna see the proof, go and read the OT. They said I switched up, but I'm just on the journey. The Torah more than paper, no power of attorney. Step outside your bubble, lies got you boxed in. Y'all ask what I believe, welcome to the doctrine. Yeah.
The AOE life, a higher over everything. All praise to the Most High, man.
Oh man, it's coming again. I need Yeshua's blood because I'm covered in sin. And that's what prayer's about. We battling them demons and we casting them out. Oh man, it's coming again. I need Yeshua's blood because I'm covered in sin. And that's what prayer's about. We be battling them demons and we casting them out. Breathing in deception and exhaling common sense iniquity. In my mouth I need more than a common rinse. From a perspective I appear to be a masterpiece, but these soul ties braided woven like a tapestry. Back to me it's lacking me. but actually it's trapped in me. I'm running from temptation cause these demons keep attacking me. A higher gives me power, yeah, something like a battery, but I'm programmed by sin like they built me in a factory. I be doing research cause it's all about them facts to me. I left being a Christian cause I choose to live factually. They reject the law and be transgressing casually in the doctrine that they teach. I'll leave you as a casualty. Oh yeah, it's coming again. I need Yeshua's blood because I'm covered in sin. And that's what prayer is about. We battling them demons and we casting them out. Oh man, it's coming again. I need Yeshua's blood because I'm covered in sin. And that's what prayer is about. We be battling them demons and we casting them out. Demons in my members, embedded in my flesh. The Ruach contradicts, so it's hard for them to mesh. When I feel convicted, I remember what the scriptures say. Dead to sin, alive to Christ, so righteousness can cast away the flaw of sin. Appalled with sin, but really it's the law of sin. Romans 7:23, Paul's twisted up by wicked men. Yasha's my example, he gave the blueprint, but I'm bounded by carnality, I just need to repent. I make presentations just to share the information. No fake Hebrew Israelites thinking only they are the nation. They twist up the scriptures with faulty application, and the doctrines that they preach says Esau's the Caucasian. Oh man, it's coming again. I need Yeshua's blood because I'm covered in sin. And that's what prayer is about. We be battling them demons and we casting them out. Oh man, it's coming again. I need Yeshua's blood because I'm covered in sin. And that's what prayer is about. We be battling them demons and we casting them out. There have no temptation taking you but such as is common to man. But a higher is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above what ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. 1 Corinthians 10:13. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Most High hath promised to them that love him. James 1:12. Submit yourselves therefore to a higher. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. James 4:7. Yeah. Temptation.
Yeah. Profit.
Listen. When you looking for the truth, then you gotta go and seek it. Don't listen to opinions of somebody up there preaching. They talk about the struggle or they talk about redeeming. They talk about the things that they don't even believe in. Had to leave religion to go and battle my demons. Then I rose from the ashes, my spirit became a phoenix. So many false doctrines, so you always gotta test it. 6 days to make creation, on the 7th one he rested. My life is for the masses, but it's more about the message. So I gotta share his word and the knowledge that I've been blessed with. I repent, so my spirit celibate. If it's not up in the scripture, what you say irrelevant. I do this for my betterment. Yeah, I know we haven't seen. He give me all the tools, cause he's something like a Leatherman. Canceled all my debts, put an end to my deficit. I owe him more praise than I know that he'll ever get.
Yeah, man, just sharing some thoughts with y'all.
Read the lost books cause they try to hide the truth. All the lies they be telling, but his word be giving proof. Been believing in that trash since I was up in my youth. Then he opened up my eyes like LASIK was in his booth. Iniquity chained me down, a higher let me loose. They be trying to hang your ock like I was carrying a noose. Yeshua got the power, his pops gave him the juice. I don't call my savior Jesus cause I'm not worshiping Zeus. When you see me on the street, don't think I'm one of them bruised that be wildin' talking crazy, more Gentile than Jew. Let my words speak, I'm not a part of a group. Scripture says you are the judge, a person quarter
do it for my health. Had to let go of the world and just look within myself. People questioning my change, they be asking me why. It's simple. I'm seeking the Most High. Shalom.
Shalom. It's all love, family.
I know you don't know who you are. I know you got some room to grow. It's like you travel from so far, but there is still so far to go. I know it's lonely and it's truth. Feels like it's only him and you. I know you're close to your breakthrough. His word will tell you what to do. I know you don't know who you are. I know you got some room to grow. It's like you travel from so far, but there is still so far to go. I know it's lonely and it's truth. Feels like it's only him and you. I know you're close to your
I know.
His word will tell you what to do. Get wisdom, get understanding. Forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Proverbs 4:5-7.
All right. Shabbat Shalom, family. It's your boy Solid Prophet here with Professor S, and the family is in here in the building. And this is Shabbat Talk. Shabbat Shalom. Hold on, let me go ahead and here we go. Shabbat Shalom, brother. How you feeling?
Wrong, bro. I have a headache, but I'm good.
You said you got a headache?
I do a little bit. It's not bad.
Okay.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hey. Guess what I just seen?
What you just see?
The Dr. Martin Luther King Monument and some other stuff in Washington.
Y'all sightseeing.
We're on the road now.
Y'all out there seeing the sights. All right. Who we got over there with the Y team?
Wait, what'd you say?
I said, who we got over there with the Y team?
Oh, my camera messed up. We have Marquita and we have her sister Kenge. She joined us. If y'all could see, I don't know if y'all could see.
Great.
Yeah.
Can't get over there?
Huh?
Tell I said shalom, sis. I ain't seen Kenge in years.
Oh, Akeem. Jamal.
Hey, love, how you been? It's been a long time. How you been?
All right, we're gonna set this up, and then I'm gonna sit myself down and get to it.
She got a limpy leg.
Limpy leg.
Greg, good to see you, man.
You too, brother. Professor
Shabbat
S.
shalom. They got full in here real quick.
It did. That's great.
Is Chief Sims over there, Kaylee?
Not yet. He's on the way.
Right.
He's on the way. Yeah. I don't know how. I don't know.
They say somebody's trying to enter. Jasmine, is the name Jason? Is that your husband logging in?
She did say in the chat that her husband Jason would be answering for her in the chat.
Oh, okay. Well, then hold on. Let me because we can not space over here. So I'm just trying to make sure all the slots is being used. You only got 10 slots to be live up here with us, but everybody else can tune into the YouTube. Okay. All right. Well, like I said, this is Shabbat Talk. I'm excited to have everybody here. And before we get started with anything, first and foremost, you got to give all praises to the Most High. He is the Alpha and Omega, the creator of all things, and the reason why we're here. Mm-hmm. And so, got to make sure that we started off right. It's just due. I like that background, Greg.
Yeah, this was just one of the. I literally just looked at the background. This was the only one that was available.
Right. Okay. And we're gonna get started. We're gonna go ahead and get started. So let me see who we got. Let's see. Definitely got to give shout outs. Okay. Shabbat shalom to Sister Zakaria. Welcome. Shabbat shalom to Sister Andy. Shabbat shalom, Brother Greg.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom, family.
Shabbat shalom, Sister Aaliyah. Shabbat shalom, Brother Jason in the house. Speaking for my favorite cousin. Shabbat shalom, Jazzy. She in the chat. Shabbat shalom to everybody over at Marquita's house. we got Sister Kaylee, Sister Kingay, and then pretty soon Chief Sims will be in here with us too. Shabbat shalom to everybody. Glad y'all can make it. And I'll shout out other people as they trickle in here from here on out. But let's go ahead and jump right into the Torah portion for the week. Jump right on into the Torah portion. So we got Exodus 27, verses 20, all the way through chapter 30, verse 10. Right? We got Ezekiel, chapter 43, verses 10 through 17. And finalize everything, we got Hebrews, chapter 13, verses 10 through 17. So my fire starter, Brother Greg, go ahead and kick us off. You always kick us off.
Alrighty. Yeah. I don't have a lot. It's just, when I was reading it, to me, it was just showing how important the law was as far as, for them to keep it right and to remember it throughout all their generations. And even when y'all was describing like Aaron's his garments that he need to wear, like I actually trying to visualize it. He was so colorful. I mean, I want to see that in person. And then you can enter the you can enter the holy place and everything, tent of appointment and all that. But just showing like how important it was to keep the commandments and not offer strange like incense and offerings and grain offerings and pouring drink. And for the offerings, like don't do that, but just do it how I'm telling you to do this. And I just feel like that we can still benefit from that today, just with what we follow in the pagan stuff that a lot of people think is okay. Just like how serious it was back then, like you do something with your own understanding, celebrating things you shouldn't, you have consequences. So I think that's pretty much what I would say from the readings I got. Just obey and listen to the law and the commandments and the Torah.
Absolutely. You kind of took the words out of my mouth. But it was good. That just lets me know that, great minds already think alike. We was kind of focusing in on the same areas. Another thing that kind of stood out to me too it's kind of similar to like what I said last week, right? The extensive amount of detail that was put into everything, from the building of the tabernacle to the Ark of the Covenant to just, like you said, the robe and the description, to the altar and how the altar was constructed. Everything, like the crazy details was just amazing. Was just amazing. Also, I want to make a quick announcement. The rest of the month is booked in terms of our Shabbat Talk topics, right? But one of which we're going to continue the Two Kingdoms series, and the idea behind it just came to me today earlier while I was driving, in terms of faith, and I think that's going to be a really interesting study. I was so excited that I couldn't even get back home. I had to call Joel while I was still out playing with the kids. But I'm excited for that one. So that I'm looking forward to that show as well. But anybody else got anything they want to share regarding the Torah portion this week?
I was just going to mention in Ezekiel 43, verse 12, it says, "This is the law of the house on the top of the mountain, the whole limit round about shall be most holy. Behold, this is the law of the house." So, everything all round about it was even holy, right? You didn't want to profane it in any way. So just something that I had gotten out of that.
Okay. Definitely don't want to profane anything that's holy, right? I think I was having a discussion with somebody about if you're unclean on a Shabbat, is it breaking the Torah, right? You're clearly unclean, right? But are you sinning, right? And so my perspective behind that is you don't purposely want to do something to make yourself unclean on a holy day. And the point that Professor Edwards pointed out in regards to the Torah, that's what resonates with me, right? You don't want to purposely do something to profane the day, to profane something that's holy. When it's holy, it's supposed to be set apart, right? So whatever you're doing to make yourself unclean, if it's needed and necessary and it can't be avoided, I understand. But if it's something that can be necessary, that can be avoided, then you got 6 other days to do that, right? Mm-hmm. Not the day that's set apart, right? Good stuff. Anything, Sister Andy? I know you typically have some really good insight as to what we read and covered. All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on to next week's Torah portion.
I have a question. I'm sorry. I actually don't have a question. I have a statement, beloved family. So we were actually reading the book of Exodus earlier today, the children and I, and just to kind of land back on what you all were saying, like the importance of making sure that we're serving him how he sees fit. Like we don't get to decide how we serve him. He has regulations and standards for a reason. Nothing that he says is idle, or nothing that he says is just because he wants to say it. Like everything is for a reason. And even back to the priestly garments that Brother Greg was talking about, we know that they were required to wear linen. Well, now finally, quote unquote, is like catching up to that. We know that linen has an energetic field of 5,000, and so does wool. And this is exactly why the Most High was like, okay, don't wear them together, but this is what you must wear in order to be in a set apart place, because anything else when I come into that presence, you're probably going to die if you don't wear this linen, because your body, electromagnetic field is not going to be able to handle my presence. It's not going to be able to contain and sustain what I'm bringing to you and what I'm giving to you. So I think it's really important not to just, be like, oh, well, yeah, he said woo, but to really take heart to the fact that we don't know anything. And he says everything for a reason. He's not going to just simply idly speak. So that was something that I went over, children today, because I felt very convicted, because I felt also that I was not honoring the Shabbat in the way that I should. I wasn't fully treating it as a set apart day and like setting myself apart completely. And I got very convicted. And so I'm really glad that this was the core portion that was brought out, especially since the children and I just studied this as well. So all esteem to the Father.
All praises. Look at that. Like, time and time again, things just line up. The Father knows exactly when and where to do and say certain things, right? And great point, sis. I appreciate the input. Definitely, we want to, make sure that we're paying attention to the why, right? Why he's telling us to do certain things. And even if you don't understand the why, sometimes you just shut up and do it anyway, and you'll
just do it anyway.
Exactly,
because we don't need to understand why. Now, if he reveals to us the why, that's great. Then we have a deeper understanding, a deeper knowledge, and we get the understanding that everything's for our benefit. Everything in the Torah is for our benefit, not for his. He doesn't need us to follow his Torah, right? It's for our benefit.
Yes.
Right? It's all for our good, because he cares about us so much that he gave us the Torah, right?
Yep.
He didn't have to. He could have just let us all destroy ourselves, right? But he gave these to us for a reason. We may not even understand what it is, but we should do it anyway. And if we truly want to know why, then we can seek and find out, and he will reveal it, and then it'll just reveal more to us how much he loves us and cares about us.
Yep. Absolutely.
I watched this video, and again, I wish I could find it. If I find it, I'll probably share it in the group chat. But this was a while ago. This guy, he was kind of going off, but the stuff he was saying was making so much sense. Just talking about like all the different types of issues we deal with in the world, as far as like sin and baby daddy drama and everything, murder, theft, all that stuff. He said, you think about it, if we just follow the 10 commandments, none of this can exist. If everybody on earth just followed, the commandments, we wouldn't have, theft and murder, and people would be married when they have kids, all that stuff. It was just crazy. But the way he said it, he did a way better job than how I'm doing it. But it just makes sense. Look, in this here, if we follow this commandment, this one, we follow this commandment, blah blah blah. But he was kind of going off. It made sense though.
Absolutely. Sister Ava said, following from the last Torah portion, another example of the Most High keeping his promises and how he honored the tribe of Levi, even though Aaron had cast the golden calf. She also says, it further says to me that the Most High doesn't use the most perfect people as seen in society, but that he can choose and use who he wants to, and that it gives me hope that I can and do have purpose to him. Absolutely. Great points. Like the fact that he didn't cast out the entire lineage of Aaron because of Aaron's disobedience, and then the fact that he uses who he chooses to use, right? You can be a sinner, you can be somebody that's imperfect, you can be somebody that's broken, somebody that's completely and totally unworthy, and he can still use you for his esteem. So yes, absolutely. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Oh yeah. I think that's why he uses us anyway, as far as because we are all sinners and broken, but then once we come to realization, we want to get away from like that life. So that's why he uses us, because we can relate to the people who are still stuck and they say, well, you're this or that, or you're perfect. You never had any issues in your life. Like, oh, really? Then you start to name everything you went through, and they're like, wow, I guess you are human.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, real quick, hold on one second. Sorry, I got the kids in the background. Before we move on to the next week's tour portion, let me go ahead and play the Parchment 60-second video for this week's tour portion.
Shalom and welcome to Parsha in 60 Seconds. Today's portion is from Exodus 27:20 through 30:10. It is called Tetzava, which means you command. Clear oil was brought to the high priest to light lamps regularly in the tabernacle. Aaron was given a breastpiece called Hoshen and several other priest accessories. Urim and Thummim stones were used inside the breastpiece of decision. Pomegranates and gold bells were attached to the high priest's clothes to make known exit and entrance. Priests would be ordained by the sacrifice of young bull, 2 rams, unleavened bread, unleavened cakes with oil mixed in, and unleavened wafers spread with oil. Moses led a bull to the front of the tabernacle and let Aaron and his sons lay their hands upon the bull's head, slaughtered the bull at the entrance of the tent, and put some of the blood on the horns of the altar. Moses took a ram, let Aaron and his sons lay their hands upon the ram's head, slaughtered the ram, and put some of the blood on the ridge of the right ear of Aaron and his sons, also on the thumbs and big toes of the right feet and hands. God promised to meet and speak with Moses and the Israelites there, to abide among the Israelites and to be their God. Moses made an incense altar of acacia wood, overlaid with gold, aka the golden altar. And that is Tetzava in 60 seconds.
All right. So that was Tetzava. Hey, Professor S, can you go ahead and quickly read the next week's Torah portion?
Yeah. So next week's Torah portion is going to be Exodus 30, verse 11 through 34, verse 35. 1 Kings 18:1 through 18:39, and 2 Corinthians 3:1 through 18. So that'll be next week's Torah portion. Anyone wants to take their screenshots or whatever, so we know what to study for the week.
Appreciate it. Because we say it every week. Take a picture, write it down, screenshot, and I'll still get hit with, hey, what's the Torah portion for the week?
Get 5 points. 5 points deducted for
right. 5 points deducted. No, I'm just joking. You ain't gonna deduct no points.
No, everyone gets their points.
All right. Everybody got the Torah portion? Took y'all pictures and stuff? Everybody good over there, Marquita?
They go. Did they? Oh, they're in the back again.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on over to the next topic, and this appears to be everybody's favorite. I would feel some kind of way, but even trivia night is still edifying, right?
Oh yeah, it's great, man. It's great.
Well, I'm supposed to be coming out of the woodwork for trivia night.
Everyone loves it, man.
I ain't never seen you before. I'm like, who are you?
Hey, it's great fellowship, and we have fun with it. It's great,
It helps you remember stuff because, like, as you're thinking about it, you're like second guessing yourself, and then it's like it's getting in your mind more. As you're like, even though it's like a fun way of learning.
And being incorrect is a great way of embedding further the correct answer into your mind. So, yeah.
Absolutely. So, excuse me. Trivia night tonight will be a little different. I'll let some people know that tonight was going to be a little surprise for everybody. And we had a couple people win the last one, so they're starting off with an extra point. But what we're going to do tonight is the winner of Trivia Night tonight is going to receive a signed copy of my book. And at the end of it, the winner, just get with me offline, shoot me your address, and I'll go ahead and get that shipped off on to you.
Okay.
When did you write a book?
We trying to keep it interesting, you know. I wrote a book back in 2017.
Oh wow! Okay.
And so, give me a second.
You got a picture of the cover?
Oh, I got a whole little thing for y'all. Yeah, so you can get a signed copy of the book, and it's called The Descendant. Yeah, so like I was saying, yeah, you'll get a copy. It'll be signed specifically to you. So it's not you just getting a random book. You know, it'll be a personal message in there, signature, everything like that. So don't get too competitive now tonight. We don't need no fights working out. Give it a couple questions. I had to throw some curveballs in here, make it a little bit more interesting. This might start some controversial commentary and dialogue, but it's all right. That's what we're here for. But with that being said, for those of you who haven't been on trivia night before, the way we do it is I will post the question. I'll read the question, then I'll read the answers, and then most times I'll reread the question again anyway, and then I'll play a 30-minute timer. And by the end of 30-second timer. You 30-minute timer, we never get you, right? 30-second timer. Yeah, so 30 seconds on the timer, and then everybody will then put their answer either in the chat or I'll call out names and you can tell it to me. I wanted to try this but I didn't know how it would look. Who's on their phones right now? For Shabbat Talk. If you're not on your phone, you could. No, never mind. We just could do it regular. Maybe I'll set it up one day where I want to have everybody send me their answers separately, because I feel like sometimes you're a little unsure, and so you'll go with the majority of what everybody else is saying just because you don't know what the answer is. But you can ask some people on here, right? Doing that isn't always going to get you the right answer, because a lot of times I throw some curveballs and everybody think it's one answer and then it turns out being another answer. So, but yeah, so we'll go ahead and get in there. Hold on, I gotta post this. Sis ain't playing with y'all. She said we already got the address, so go ahead and put the stamp on it. She ain't playing with that. She is not playing with that. Yeah, I'm looking at the chat. So forgive me, I'm looking at two different chats. I'm looking at the live chat, I'm looking at the backstage chat. So I'm all over the place. But oh yeah, absolutely, sis. If you don't win tonight, and I know you a Bible scholar yourself, if you don't win tonight, I definitely get that squared away for you. You're like, say that, let's go. The caller said she need a signed copy, win or lose, straight like that. I ain't mad at you. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get it started. This is trivia night. This is what people come to see. All right. So, first question. How many tribes of Israel are there in total? How many tribes of Israel are there in total? Is it A, 10, B, 13, C, 8, or D, 12? You got 30 seconds. All right. I see some answers in the chat. Professor Edis, you cannot answer yet.
Okay.
They always right.
You got to answer last.
How we gonna do ours? We in a group. How you want us to do ours? Unmute and tell you.
Yeah, just go ahead and tell me.
Like right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so 3 of us are playing. We all said D.
Okay.
We're gonna play separately though.
Kaylee and Kinga. And
Oh, how you want to play?
and Kyra.
Kyra gonna play. He's a small human.
Okay. Did she put D as well?
She did.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to record these here. Hold on.
It'd be cool if there's like a website or app you could use, like when you answered and it goes to you, so it's like automatically tallied up. You didn't have to manually up.
And Marquita, did Sims get there yet?
Not yet, but he would have said D.
Okay, you go answer for him first. Let me see. You said Greg, you said D2. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sister Andy, what answer you got?
D. That's in David.
All right. And Professor S, go ahead and tell me what the answer is.
Oh, you started off with a trick question, man.
I know. I had to start it off. Keep y'all on y'all toes.
Started off with a question. It's B.
B is correct.
There's always a reference to 12, but there's actually 13.
Go ahead, break it down.
There's 13 in total. There's Reuben, Judah, Simeon, Levi, Asher, Gad, Naphtali, Benjamin,
Dan,
Ephraim, Manasseh, and Zebulun. The reason that it's 13 and not 12 is because Jacob had 12 sons, but he adopted Ephraim and Manasseh, who were the 2 sons of Joseph, which made an additional tribe. Levi just did not get land inheritance because their inheritance was the Most High.
Yeah, but there was still a tribe. There was still a tribe. So you often hear the 12 tribes of Israel, 12 tribes of Israel. Jacob had 12 sons, but yeah, that's why I put specifically in total right here. Right. I was trying to I give y'all hints in the questions, but yeah. So the answer is actually B.
So were they a tribe?
Yes.
Were they a tribe of Israel? Were they like, what happened? What's going on? Which one of the secondality?
Joe just explained it. Professor Ed just explained it.
No. But I wasn't following. I was trying to follow.
Okay,
But
gotcha.
one
Look,
of them.
hold on. Let me.
Which one of them is not counted? Because
Levi.
Levi is usually not counted. Every time they're listed, one of them is left out. And Dan ultimately lost the Dan's not listed in Revelation. So Dan went away because they left and did all the stuff they weren't supposed to. But
Zakaria put in the chat.
But as far as named tribes, so I guess we're saying the named tribes, not the ones that made it to the end, the ones.
Okay, so in total, before Dan went out and everything, you got Reuben, Judah,
right,
Simeon, Levi, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Zebulun, Benjamin,
Manasseh, Ephraim.
And so the reason that the majority of believers go with 12 is because which one is discounted, like in doctrine?
Usually Levi is not listed because Levi is not
because the Levites are the priests, they're usually not counted. Okay,
usually Levi was not counted whenever listing the land because Levi didn't have any land inheritance.
Thank you.
Y'all are just trying to trip us up.
Right.
It's a great question to start off with.
Look here. I gotta give away a book.
Yeah, this gonna be.
I want to redo.
I need a point credited to my account.
Look here. We only on the first question. We already at my neck. Look. Wow. Okay.
You should have said, I'm sorry, but y'all know my lawyer got to come on. You should have said were there in total. Because if there are 12. Were there in total? Just saying, but go ahead. I see how.
Can we call on the lawyer to to get us to that point?
Oh boy.
Lawyer Keita.
Right. Hold on, let me check the chat.
So this would be a sample question.
Let this be a sample question. Okay, so I was counting Ephraim and that's what I took out there. Oh boy. All right. Hold on. Y'all coming at me. All right. I'll take 12. I'll take 12 or 13.
All right.
For that question. Goodness gracious. Let me mark it on here because I'll write everybody's name down and y'all answers and which questions y'all got right. So my count is right at the end.
Zakaria is funny. I was reading her chat.
Okay, we got it. All right. In the New Testament, there is a mention of Dan, the tribe of the 13th tribe. Well, technically, Dan wouldn't be the 13th tribe. It would be one of Joseph's two sons, because originally there were 12. So even if you just like do it from a math perspective, 12 minus 1, so Joseph's is gone out, but his two sons is inheriting his slot. But that's bringing 2 more slots into it. So 12 minus 1 is 11, plus his 2 sons gives you 13. But Dan was one of the original 12. But Dan was stiff-necked and was doing some bad stuff, so they're not even listed.
It's actually
in Revelation.
Very interesting to note all the times that there's technically 13 of something, but Scripture says 12. Very, very interesting to note. Like, for example, the disciples. Technically, there was 13. So, yeah.
Yeah, very good parallel. Very good parallel.
Way, you know.
Yep, Zakaria just said like the disciples. Yep.
Same thing. Oh man. Yep. Oh, we're thinking alike.
I love it. I love it.
Back, family. It's good to be back.
Sister Jessica, it is Ephraim and Manasseh. Those are Joseph's 2 sons. Ephraim and Manasseh.
Which each became a tribe because Jacob adopted them.
Yeah. Also, would you like to participate in tonight's trivia night? You see how Sister Ava's putting her questions in there. I got her name written down, and I'm marking it as well. If you'd like to join us, I can put you in there too. Go ahead and let me know before I go to this next question. In the meantime, yeah, I'm loving it. Everybody's vibing. Everybody's adding information, and this is what I like doing trivia night. This is why I like doing trivia night. Okay, so moving on to the next question. Number 2. What language was the Bible originally written in? A, Greek, B, Aramaic, C, Hebrew, or D, Latin? What language was the Bible originally written in? All right, 30 seconds. Sister Jessica, I see you in there. I'm gonna write your name down. Yep, servant of the Most High. Yep, go ahead. After post it after the 30-second timer though, for the next question. But yeah. All right. Just looking into the answers in the chat really quick. Okay. Okay. All right. What we got in the live chat?
Do you want us to say our answers now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Marquita says C, Hebrew. Kaya says C. Kinge says B. And I say any, mini, money, mo, catch a tiger, buy a tail. Okay, I think, I don't know, man. Ugh. I say B.
B?
C.
Okay. You said, is it B or C?
C. As in cat.
Okay.
Is that right?
Is that
right? You'll find out in 1 second. All right. Sister Andrea says C. Aaliyah, you got to pick. He said both. You got to pick one. Aaliyah said B or C. B, C.
You know, I was torn between that too. I was like, wait, I remember. I couldn't. I was like, I think it's another trick question.
All right, come on, Aaliyah. Pick one. Before I ask Professor S. Once I ask Professor S, answers are locked in. Okay.
Let me see how much mine is.
All right.
Let me see how much mine. Still dead. What's yours?
Okay, I'm tracking the tracking the live chat. All right, Professor S.
All right, that's C, Hebrew.
C is correct.
Watch the video.
Now, hold on. It was an interesting Sister Ava said Latin. which is interesting. And I get why she said that. I do. I get why you said Latin. So that was an interesting one to throw in there. I didn't even think about that when I put it as an option. So this wasn't really a trick question. This was supposed to be like a gimme.
Yeah,
But,
I second guessed myself and said Aramaic because I was like, wait, isn't there some Aramaic?
There are some early Aramaic manuscripts, right? Like right here, the book that I'll be reading every week, and I tell you about Targum.
Targum, got it. Okay.
Aramaic was the first translation from the original Hebrew.
Got it.
Right. So you have Hebrew first. It was translated in Aramaic before any of the Latin, Greek, XYZs, and then you have that passing through. But I see where you were going with it, sis. Why you said Latin? I do get it. Servant of the Most High also said written in tongues, but they said Paleo Hebrew, which is dope. And Sister Zakaria, I can tell y'all a lot more about Paleo Hebrew. Abrit, that's Sister B. Know what she talking about. So if y'all get an answer question, you might want to pay attention to Zakaria because she be on it.
I'm curious as far as when you say like Sister Ava, she said Latin. You saying why? Like what is where did? So I know. I mean, I think I know too. Like when you look at certain, I don't know, Catholic Church or like certain things, it was Latin is the language that something. I can't remember.
Yeah. Well, Latin was the primary language of Rome, right? And Rome had a heavy influence in the construction of what we call a modern day Bible. So that's where I said what she said was very interesting, and I see where she was going with that.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Because the question was the Bible, but obviously, we're talking about the original text, and the original text was written in Hebrew.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same page of what you're saying. Okay, cool.
Absolutely. All right. Going on to question number 3. Sorry, I didn't post it. Question number 3. All right. It says, which of the following is not permitted to do on New Moon Day? Which of the following is not permitted to do on New Moon Day? A, buying any goods or services. B, getting your ox out of a ditch. C, cleaning your home. Or D, going for a midnight run. Right? 30 seconds, family. 30 seconds. All right. Ben going in in his bag. Okay, writing down these. Andrea, got your answer. Brother Greg. Zakaria, I got you. All right. Hit me with y'all answers over there. Go ahead and unmute. Tell me what all y'all got.
You're talking about us?
Of course.
Okay.
All right. We're the only ones that speak our answer over the mic. Okay, Kaya, what do you say?
Kaya says C. Kia says A. What do you say, Kenge?
B.
She says B. King Gay says B, and I say, oh, I don't know, but isn't that the Sabbath though? That's what. I'm gonna say A. I'm gonna say A.
I'm gonna say A.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what answer y'all gonna put down for old Chief Sims since y'all mixed over there? Or am I gonna mirror his with yours, Marquita? Is that what we gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah. Sims would say A, definitely.
All right. Let me go to the live chat real quick. Okay, got you two down there. All right. And Professor S, close us on that.
All right. The answer is A. Buying any goods or services.
The answer is indeed A. On New Moon Day, although it's similar to Sabbath, doesn't have as many restrictions as Sabbath. So you can clean, you can go for a midnight run. Obviously, you can get your ox out of a ditch because you can do that on the Sabbath as well. Obviously, you don't want to leave your ox in the ditch and let it die, right? But buying goods and services is a no-no. No buying or selling on a new moon. But that scripture, Professor Eswi says, when will the Sabbath be gone in the new moon that we may buy grain or buy corn or something like that?
Is that First Samuel?
Amos 8:5.
Amos?
Amos 8:5, yep.
Oh,
Amos 8 and 5.
Pretty sure it's 8:5.
There we go. Yes. Saying, when will the new
Absolutely.
moon be gone? We may sell corn in the Sabbath. We may set forth wheat.
Mm-hmm. Making the ephod small, right? And the shekel great, right? Yeah. All right. Hold on. Let me see. Got something in the chat. Yep. Sister Zakaya gave us the stamp of approval. She said, yep. All right. Next question. Number 4. What happens to a man who sleeps with a woman unlawfully and it is reported? What happens to a man who sleeps with a woman unlawfully and it is reported? Right? You hear the inflections in my voice? I'm giving y'all hints. I'm trying to help y'all out, right? Is it A, he is stoned to death in front of the entire congregation? B, he is brought before the elders and sentenced to exile? C, he must pay her father a bride price and take her as his wife? Or D, he must pay her father for dishonoring his house and is put in prison? Let y'all look at the answers for a little bit because I know those answers are a little wordy before I hit the timer. For 30 seconds. 30 seconds. All right. Go ahead and get those answers in. Got you, got your sis. Okay, go to the comment section. All right, team. Faith over fear. What y'all got?
Okay, so Kaylee says C. Mr. Sims says C. Marquita King Gay says C. Marquita says, what do you say? Marquita says B, and Kaya, what do you say? D? Kaya says D as in dog.
Okay. All right. All right. Servant, you still in there? You gonna put your answer on in there before we ask Professor S? Once we ask Professor S, that's it. Okay. Got that one. All right. There we go. Okay. Professor S, go ahead.
The correct answer is C.
C. C is the correct answer.
And he can never put her away also.
And he can never put her away. That would have been too far. That would have been too long, and it would kind of gave the answer away. Because you know, like when you don't really know which ones it is, you go with the longest answer.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's why this is the reason why I put inflections in my voice when I said unlawfully, and it is reported. Because that gives you hint. In the book of Deuteronomy, the law states that if he does sleep with her unlawfully, he must pay her father a bride price because he did humble her, right? And he dishonored the father's house, but now he must take her as a wife because she's been humbled, and then he can never divorce her, never put her away. The answer is C. Everybody who got C, good job. Good job. Next question, number 5. Who are the 2 men who were so righteous that they never died? They were just taken up to be with the Most High. The 2 men who were so righteous that they never died. They were just taken up to be with the Most High. Is it A, Abraham and Moses, B, Moses and Elijah, C, Enoch and Abraham, or D, Elijah and Enoch? 30 seconds, family. 30 seconds. Sid, Zakaria, you gotta unmute your mic on that one. You have you cracking up, girl. You're like, oh man.
I saw
My fault. I was typing so fast too. I was like, autocorrect better not stop me.
Oh man. All right, Aaliyah, what you got? What answer you got? Okay. Okay, I see. All right. Well, whenever you, Sister Jessica, whenever you do put an answer in, I'll still record it down. But I'm glad that you're here. Glad that you're tuning in with us. Okay, so I got Sister Ava. I got you down. Okay, got you, servant. Okay. And go ahead, Y team, faith over fear.
All right. Marquita, what do you say? Okay, Marquita says D. Mr. Sims, what do you say? Mr. Sims says D. Kaylee says D. Kaya, what do you say? King Gay, what do you say?
I'm going up beyond. Oh, pick one. Elijah and Enoch. That's good.
So she picks D, and Kaya, you pick C. She picks C.
She was like, "Oh, y'all pick D. I'm not going with that."
Right?
She don't trust y'all judgment. That's funny. That is funny. All right, Aaliyah, you said Enoch C, but you said one name. So did you mean C, the Enoch and Abraham option? Because I see one name in the chat before Professor S gives us his answer, which we know is probably going to be right because he has professor in his name. All right.
You know, I've been wrong a couple times.
So you got like 3 wrong out of the last like 80 questions. You like Steph Curry shooting from the free throw line.
Well, okay. Okay.
You shoot like 98%. But go ahead, hit us with the answer.
The answer is D.
D, Elijah and Enoch. D. So Enoch, if you read it in Genesis, it says that Enoch was taken. He was just taken.
And in Hebrews it says that.
And in Hebrews, yep. And then was it in Samuel?
No, it was 1 Kings when Elijah.
First Kings, Elijah, yeah, First King. I was in Samuel or Kings, but yeah, Elijah was taken up in the chariot of fire. He didn't die. He didn't pass away. All right. Number six. Our first true or false question, family. So it's a 50-50 chance. If you don't know it, just pick one, right? It's a coin flip. According to the law, and when I say the law, I mean the law of Moses, the Torah, right? According to the law, if a man's brother dies before he has children with his wife, the man must impregnate his brother's wife in order to raise up a son in his dead brother's name as an honor and legacy. True or false? I'll read it again because it was pretty long. According to the law, if a man's brother dies before he has children with his wife, the man must impregnate his brother's wife in order to raise up a son in his dead brother's name as an honor and legacy. True or false? 30 seconds. All right. I'm loving the participation in the live chat, by the way. Y'all are in there going crazy. All right, let me write these down. So we got Sister Angie. For you. All right, faith over fear. Hit me with y'all answers. Faith over fear. Hit me with y'all answers.
Okay, Kaylee says true.
Does anyone else say anything else? No. Okay, everybody says true.
Okay, got you. All right, Professor S.
It is true.
It is true.
Yep, that is
According
from
to the law.
Deuteronomy 25. I want to say it's verse 4 through 10 or something like that.
Yep. If you got two brothers, one is married, he has a wife, but he doesn't have kids and he dies before he's able to have a son. The brother that is still alive is supposed to raise up seed for his brother in his brother's namesake to keep on a legacy. It's an honor and it's in the Torah. And if the brother decides not to, the wife, according to the law, has the right to bring it up before the elders and tell them what happened, that the brother refused to do his duty. And then when she like takes off his sandal.
Yes. Take off his sandal, and he's forever known as the man who had his shoe loosed. The house of the man who had his shoe loose. So it's a great dishonor if he doesn't. And he can opt not to, but it stains his family for generations if he doesn't.
Yep.
We see also that the Most High takes that very, very, very seriously. In example, I'm not sure it's in the 66, but I know it's also in the 12 patriarchs, where I'm pretty sure 66 as well. But where the sons of Judah did not procreate, and they spilled their seed, and the Most High actually took their lives. So it's super serious. It's super serious.
Yeah, it's a very serious thing.
Very serious.
You don't want your brother's lineage to just stop like that. But in the case with Judah's sons, they didn't want their own firstborn to be named after their brothers, to be considered their brothers. So they were wicked.
Yep, he got killed. It's in the 66 too, sis. They do mention it because the first brother, it was two brothers. The first brother, he didn't want to do it, and he got killed. Then the second brother, it wasn't even that he didn't want to do it; he just was being wicked anyway.
Yeah, it was the first one that was wicked in the first place. He got killed because he was wicked. The second brother didn't want to raise seed to his brother, so he spilled seed on the ground.
There you go. All right, next question. Number 7. The Messiah told his disciples to go and preach in the land, but where did he instruct them not to go? Where did he instruct them not to go? A, America. B, the land of the Gentiles. C, Egypt and Jerusalem. Or D, Babylon and Canaan. The Messiah told his disciples to go and preach in the land, but where did he instruct them not to go? America, the land of the Gentiles, Egypt and Jerusalem, or Babylon and Canaan? 30 seconds. All right. Just writing down your answers. Okay. Get in the chat. All right, faith over fear.
Okay. Kaylee and Marquita say D.
Oh, B. No, B.
B. Mr. Sims, D. Kenge, D. Kaya, D.
Okay. All right. And so, Professor S.
B. The answer is B.
The answer is B. It's in the book of Matthew.
Chapter 10, I think, right?
Well, it might be chapter 10. But he says, go and preach, but do not go into the land of the Gentiles, or the way of the Gentiles, specifically.
I think it does say the way of the Gentiles, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, into the way of the Gentiles.
Yeah, it's chapter 10, Matthew 10, Matthew 10, verse 5. I was looking at it.
Yeah, there you go. Right there. All right. Let's see what we got. But that is what was the Gentile country at that time. Got you. Sister Sagaria said, in many translations it says, do not go into Asia, but that is what was deemed Gentile country at that time, not literal Asia.
See, that's what I was looking for is Asia. I was like, so I got confused. Like, I thought it said Asia. So then I was like, wait.
You know what?
Good point. Great point there. Definitely great point there. Next question, number 8. Number 8. Okay. All right. When the moon is full, this represents which Sabbath of the month? First, second, third, or fourth Sabbath of the month. When the moon is full, which Sabbath of the month is it? So first, second, third, or fourth. I didn't even see her answer. I just messaged it in the chat because But yeah, yes, please do. Yes. I love you, sis.
Yeah,
but you see, I looked out for you. I didn't see what you originally put, but I was looking out. I wasn't trying to get you caught up. Okay. All right. Let's see. Those 2 answers. Looking in the chat. Faith over here, you can go ahead and give me your answers too. Okay. Greg, your answer had got buried a little bit. I had to scroll up. I was about to say, what you got for me? I Faith over here now. Y'all over here taking longer to give y'all answers out. I'm mute to give y'all answers.
Time to go study the moon phases.
Come on now.
Sorry, everybody here except for Marquita says first. Marquita says second.
Dang, I was reading the live chat. Say that again.
Sims, Kaya, Kylie, Kenge, Kaylee. Sorry, Kaylee, my bad. And say first moon. Marquita says second moon.
Okay, so Marquita said second. Y'all all say everybody besides Marquita said the first.
She said second.
Katie said second.
Marquita said second.
No, I got that one.
Everybody else was first.
Everybody else said first. Okay, gotcha. All right. We'll ask the professor.
It's a B.
The second month. Second Shabbat of the month. Yes. The first Shabbat is half moon. Second Shabbat is full moon. Third Shabbat is half moon on the other side, because now the moon is losing light. And then the fourth and final Shabbat is the sliver. And then all the light goes out of the moon, and then it resets and starts another one. The first bit of light starts the next month. And that's new moon day.
Waxing,
absolutely.
Waning.
Waxing and waning. Waning and waxing.
Wax on, wax off.
All right, number 9. Which of these are not one of Jacob's wives? Let's see y'all knowledge of Genesis. Which of these are not one of Jacob's wives? A, Leah, B, Rachel, C, Bilhah, or D, Zara? Leah, Rachel, Bilhah, Zara. Which of these are not one of Jacob's wives? 30 seconds. All right. Go ahead, faith over fear.
C and D are not.
Okay, so what do you say? Oh,
C and D are not.
Marquita D. I say D. Kaylee D. Mr. Sims. Mr. Sims.
What you got, Kaya?
C and D are not his wives.
They say which one
was not his wife.
Well, Billa was with Jacob.
Pick one. You can only pick one.
D.
Okay, D for Mr. Sims.
Okay.
King A C, and then I'm C.
Okay. Okay, and all right, so what I'll do is I'll leave up the question for 10 seconds. After I go over the seconds, and then I'll hit the timer, but I won't let the whole 30 seconds go. I'll let 20 seconds go. So you guys can see the question more. If that helps at all. Aaliyah, what's your answer? Oh, she might have lost some signal.
Yeah, did she lose her signal or something?
Yeah, because she fell out. Hold up 1 second, family.
No.
All right, Professor S, go ahead.
The answer is D. It was not Zara, it was Zilpah.
They both start with Z's.
Mm-hmm. That was pretty slick, man.
You know, I try to slide a little razzle dazzle in there on you, you know.
Yeah.
Razzle dazzle.
A little bit of razzle dazzle. So if you pick C or selected C, I understand why you selected C. However, and we covered this in past studies too. You know, first wives, second wives, concubines, they're all considered wives. They're all in the wife category. So Bilhah and Zilpah, although they were handmaids to their mistresses, Jacob, going into them, they became his wives. And depending on the version that you're reading in Genesis, it states that he went into them and they became his wife. So that's why C isn't the correct answer. Indeed, that's really not the correct answer because that's not even a person. I made that name up. Number 10. What was Paul's original name during the time when he persecuted the believers of Messiah? What was Paul's original name during the time when he persecuted the believers of the Messiah? A, Pauli, B, Tarsus, C, Saul, or D, Saul? What was his original name? And serving homage to today, I had we took our kids to this like bouncy castle place and let them like run around for a couple hours. So I ended up missing Brother Lucas's stream. You said it was good stuff. What was what did he cover today? I have to go back and check it. Watch the replay on it.
He was covering the solar eclipse coming on the 8th, and you know how you look at that one versus the one I think in 2017 it makes an X, kind of like X marks the spot over a certain piece of the U.S. and it's going to be more towards the east, and then just different stuff like just how like signs and stuff are like increasing and we're closer to those end days. I watched it earlier today. It was just pretty much what he was talking about.
Okay, cool. Well, I left the question up there for this amount of time. I even started talking. I'm not gonna hit the timer on this one. So if you got your answer and you were waiting for the timer, just go ahead and put your answer in the chat. That's more than 30 seconds. I'm gonna start writing these down. Sis even putting a breach in there, huh? Told y'all talk about language. Sis is the go-to. Sis is the go-to.
Are you ready for us?
Yep.
Okay. Everybody says C.
Okay. Everybody says C. All right. All right. Who am I missing?
I don't know if you're talking, but you're mute, brother Akeem.
I think he's calling.
Oh,
drop
got
out.
it. Okay. Okay. How's it going, Professor S?
Oh, I'm terrific, man.
That's awesome.
Terrific.
Amazing. Yeah, amazing.
All right, Professor S, go ahead and hit him with the answer.
It was C.
C. Saul. For Paul, before his name became Paul, the apostle, he was Saul of Tarsus. So, servant, I know you put B, and I know exactly why you put B, but Tarsus is where he was from. Paul, he was Saul of Tarsus, but Tarsus wasn't his name. I put that in there to throw somebody off. It was a curveball.
He used confusion.
Curveball.
Right? But, okay, so we got that. Next question. All right, next question is, what is the name of the man who formed the golden calf out of jewelry? What is the name of the man who formed the golden calf out of jewelry? Is it A, Moses, B, Abraham, C, Isaac, or D, Aaron? And if you were paying attention, the answer to this question was given earlier. It was given earlier. I ain't gonna say who gave it, but I would say it was given earlier. So if you was paying attention, you already know the answer to this question. Even if you don't know the answer, you heard it earlier. So I'm gonna give y'all 20 seconds. All right. Let's see. Check the chats.
Are you ready for it?
Okay. Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. Everybody says AA Ron.
Hey, Rod. Go talk about Jake Quillen. Jake Quillen. That was funny.
That's funny. That is funny. Hey, everybody. Okay. All right, Professor S.
Now the answer is D, Aaron.
The answer is Aaron.
Say it right. It's AA Ron.
Go to Jay Hennessy's office or something.
Say it right. A Ron. A Ron.
That was classic. That was funny.
That was funny, for sure. All right. Next question. Number 12. Why did the Messiah flip over the tables in the temple courtyard? Why did the Messiah flip over the tables in the temple courtyard? A, they were disrespecting the temple. B, it was a high Sabbath. C, it was new moon and there was to be no working. Or D, one of the merchants insulted him. All right. A, they were disrespecting the temple. B, it was a high Sabbath. C, it was new moon and there was to be no working. Or D, one of the merchants insulted him. Okay. Sister Jessica, I think at some point you might have like left the live and came back into the live. So where you're currently at watching is like in the past and it's not caught up because the answers you're giving is to previous questions.
Yeah.
So I think if you slide your video all the way to the right, it'll bring you up to current. But I'm trying to record. I've been trying to write down and record your answers as you go, but it's a little difficult seeing which answers you're giving. But server, go ahead and give an answer. You said it's A and B, but you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. All right. Faith over fear. Hit me with y'all's.
Okay, everybody says A.
Everybody says A. All right. Okay. And okay, got it. All right, go ahead, Professor S.
I'm gonna go with A.
A is the correct answer. A is the correct answer. They were disrespecting the temple.
This one really made me giggle because, like, can you imagine, like, somebody insulted him? He like, "Hey, you stepped on my shoes, bro." Like, you know, that's just crazy.
The hood came out.
Don't you know who my daddy is?
Right? Like, what type of Messiah? Acting like a regular nigga.
You stepped on my Jordan sandals?
Do we have that problem?
Hey, you always have to have that one goofy answer in a multiple choice questions, right?
You know, right?
Got to.
I'll be trying. Okay. Next question, number 13. How many gates will there be for those to pass through, according to the book of Revelation? In the book of Revelation, it talks about a specific number of gates that certain people will pass through. Okay? How many according to the book of Revelation? A, 6, B, 12, C, 7, or D, 10? 6, 12, 7, or 10? I'm going to leave it up here for y'all to see a little bit. Then I'm going to pull up this timer, but I ain't going to let the timer go all the way out. Come back a little early. 6, 12, 7, or 10? How many gates? Yep, see, I thought I was going to let it go all the way down to 0. Stop at 15 seconds. All right, let me get these answers. Go ahead, Faith over Phil.
Kaya is B. Kenge and Mr. Sims are B. Kaylee is B. And Marquita is also B. I'm misbehaving.
Okay. All right. This is B. This is B. Great. Go to the live chat real quick. Okay. Got y'all. Got y'all in there. All right, Professor S.
The answer is going to be B. 12.
12 gates. 12 gates.
If I may add, this is why my answer for the first was what it was, because there's also 12 gates, and in Revelation 7 it talks about the 144,000 taking 12,000 from each tribe, and 12 times 12 is 144. Mommy, because I took away Dan and Joe.
Look, I already gave all of y'all the credit for number 1. Okay, don't bring it up here. Okay. No, but you're right. Yes, 12 gates, 1 for each tribe, and 144,000, 12 for each, 12,000 from each tribe. Yes,
I love
absolutely. Love you too. Yeah. All right. Number 14. Why did Paul rebuke Peter in the book of Acts? Why did Paul rebuke Peter in the book of Acts? A, Peter was bearing false witness. B, Peter was being hypocritical regarding the Gentiles. C, Peter was refusing to teach the Gentiles the law. Or D, it was reported by messengers that Peter had sinned against him. Okay? I'm going to leave that one up there because that's a mouthful before I hit it. But y'all go ahead and start putting your answers if y'all got them already. I ain't going to hit the timer. I'm going to give y'all that whole 30 seconds to look at the question. All right. That's about 30 seconds. All right, so I'm putting y'all answers in there. Go ahead, faith over fear.
Faith over fear is on B.
All B, you said?
Yes.
Gotcha. All right, Professor S.
Yes, the correct answer is going to be B.
B is the correct answer. Peter was being hypocritical regarding the Gentiles. Right? If you look in the book of Acts, I believe it's Acts chapter 15, if I'm not mistaken. Peter would, because the grafting in of the Gentiles came through Peter and Cornelius, right? As in Acts chapter 10. So Peter was aware that the Gentiles were, could be grafted in and everything like that. And so he was fellowshipping with the Gentiles, but whenever the Jews would come around, he would distance himself from them. So he was acting kind of like wishy-washy, kind of like two-faced, you know what I'm saying? So Paul rebuked him publicly for that. And so that's why that's the correct answer. Awesome. All right, next question. Number 15. What type of wood was the altar made out of in the book of Exodus? There's a hint here. It was in your Torah portion for this week. What type of wood was the altar made out of in the book of Exodus? Is it A, pine wood, B, Damascus wood, C, shittim wood, or D, oak? Pine wood, Damascus wood, shittim wood, or oak? Which one was the altar made out of? All right. Okay. All right, faith over fear. Go ahead.
Everybody says C, but you can mark me with a blank because I did not know.
I appreciate your honesty. That's the integrity that the Bible teaches us.
Just say we gotta know what we know.
That's okay. Okay, let me check the chat. Let's see. All right, go ahead, Professor S.
I'm gonna go with C.
Shit'em wood. Shit'em wood. I know that sounds like a funny name. You probably thought I made it up. I was just using an excuse to cuss, but no.
It's in the Bible.
It was right there. It was right there in the scripts. All right, next question. True or false? A man with 2 wives can give the birthright and inheritance to the son of his second wife if he so chooses. So a man who has 2 wives, right? He can give the birthright and the inheritance to the son of the second wife if he so chooses. "30 seconds. I'll say it one more time before I go to the timer. He can give the inheritance and the birthright to the son of his second wife if he chooses to. If he has 2 wives. You got a first wife and a second wife. 30 seconds. All right. Those answers in the chat. I ain't mad at you. Okay.
Okay. Marquita says false. Kaylee says false. Sim says true. Kenge says true. And Kaya says true.
Okay. Got it. Let me see. I didn't see Brother Greg's in there, but I know he put it in there. Okay, I see it now.
Got it? Okay.
Yeah, I got you. All right, I got everybody's. And I think I'm caught up on Sister Jessica's answers too. So we'll be back on track. Back on track. All right, Professor S.
You go with B, false.
B, false. If a man has 2 wives, he cannot give the inheritance and the birthright of the son of his second wife over the son of his first wife. The scripture says specifically in Deuteronomy, if a man has 2 wives and the first one he hated and the second one he loves, he must still give the birthright and the inheritance to the son of his first wife, because that's his firstborn. That's a part of being the firstborn. So it's not up to him. That answer is false.
Technically, though, if his first wife never had any offspring and then his second wife did, then the technicality.
Correct, because the son of his second wife would still be his firstborn. So whoever his firstborn is, then is.
Yep.
Yep. Next question, number 17. Y'all almost done, family.
I have a question about that. Forward.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I just thinking about like King Dawood or King David and Solomon, and how Solomon was not his firstborn, and I'm wondering, like, could that been part of the reason also kingdom was torn apart into two because he didn't follow the rules?
I wouldn't say he sinned in that aspect because you had with David's sons Absalom and Nathan, they weren't doing what they're supposed to. I mean, Absalom laid with his father's concubines publicly in front of everyone. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
I would disqualify him. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Wickedness definitely disqualifies you. Because also, I think it was a couple weeks ago during the Torah portion, where it was talking about Reuben, sis. And I know, I don't know if you heard about this, but I read it in the Targum that Reuben was supposed to have the priesthood because he was the firstborn. He was originally supposed to have the priesthood,
right? But he
and the kingdom, but he laid with his father's concubine.
Right.
So those were stripped away, and it was split. So Judah got the kingship, Levi got the priesthood.
Right.
Yeah.
And so then my question also would be, what is birthright? Because I don't consider being a successor as particularly being a birthright or inheritance for that matter. I don't think it's in that category. So yeah.
So you don't think that birthright and inheritance are not? You said they're not in the category of being a successor.
Being a successor to the throne, because not every house, being as in the father, not every house was over a kingdom, so to speak. So, like in the case of David, he happened to be a king of the Israelites, but being a successor to the throne isn't necessarily birthright and inheritance.
Well, succession can be a part of the inheritance, but it doesn't mean that they're the same thing. They're separate, but it can be a part. Like, for example, Isaac wasn't a king, right? But he had two sons, Esau and Jacob. Esau was born first, so everything was supposed to go to Esau. Right? So that's the difference.
Right.
All right. Shalom, Sister Aaliyah. Welcome back.
Shalom.
All right. What I will do is I will ask the question for number 17, and I'll give extra time for you guys to come up with your answers. And while y'all are figuring out your answers to number 17, I'm gonna rehash over the questions that Aaliyah was. All right. So number 17. To which group are women permitted to be a spiritual authority figure over? A, over men, women, and children. B, over women only. C, over women and children only. Or D, over men and children only. I ain't gonna put no timer because I'm gonna go back. So I'm gonna give it a second so you guys can see the question and the answers, to get your answers. Aaliyah, go ahead and pick your stuff quick. Because we're gonna back it up a little bit. Okay. Let's do 17. Aaliyah, put the camera on your face real quick. All right, look up. Look up for me. So that way I know you ain't looking at the camera. You can't see the answers to these questions. Look up. Look up. Look at your ceiling. Look at your ceiling. You ain't finished. Look, you're going to get these wrong again. If you don't look up, you're going to get these wrong. Because I gotta back up the questions. All right, you can look down. So you missed number 12. Number 12 is why did the Messiah flip over the tables in the temple courtyard? A, they were disrespecting the temple. B, it was a high Sabbath. C, it was new moon and there was to be no working. Or D, one of the merchants insulted him.
I would say they were disrespecting the temple. And it was time for over the tables in that. A.
All right, A is correct. All right, next question. How many gates will there be for those to pass through according to the book of Revelation? It says there's a number of gates. Is it 6, 12, 7, or 10?
6, 7, or 10.
That ain't the answer. It's okay if you don't know, just pick one.
I say lucky number 6 or 7.
I need
12.
one.
B.
B. Next question.
Oh, I got it right.
Why did Paul rebuke Peter in the book of Acts? A, Peter was bearing false witness. B, Peter was being hypocritical regarding the Gentiles. C, Peter was refusing to teach the Gentiles the law. Or D, it was reported by messengers that Peter had sinned against him. Why did Paul rebuke Peter?
Peter in the book of Acts. Peter was misunderstood. It's D.
D. Okay.
It's probably not D.
It's not D.
It's B.
Paul was misunderstood. Peter said that Paul was misunderstood. That's why you got confused.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mixed them up.
No worries. I get where you was going with it though. All right, 15. What type of wood was the altar made out of in the book of Exodus? It was in the Torah portion. That's your hint. Which kind of wood was it? Pine wood, Damascus wood, shittim wood, or oak?
I forgot. I want to say oak because everything's oak, but it's probably not.
What's your answer?
She said oak.
Is oak your answer?
No.
Okay, pick one.
B.
B?
Yeah.
Okay. It's C.
Oh, I know it. That was my second.
All right, 16. True or false? A man with 2 wives can give the birthright and inheritance to the son of his second wife if he so chooses. So a man has a man has two wives. You have sons by both of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
He can give the inheritance and the birthright to the son of his second wife if he chooses to, like it's his decision. Is that true or false?
True.
That's false.
Okay. Look, I've been up since 9 o'clock last night. Okay.
Okay. And
Yeah.
then
Night.
17 for everybody else who needed to look back at the question. I'll read it again. To which group are women permitted to be a spiritual authority figure over? A, over men, women, and children. B, over women only. C, over women and children only. Or D, over men and children only. And I'm going to start I'm going to record all of the answers. Real quick, let me get caught up here. Okay. Okay. See. All right, go ahead. Faith over fear. What's y'all answers for 17?
All right, what we pick?
You mean all the time? You don't know what we picking? Come on.
We picking C. My bad. It was me. I prematurely unmuted. C.
Prematurely.
Prematurely unmuted. All right, like 15 minutes for that question. All right. Everybody's picking C? Was that,
No.
did I hear that right?
Marquita's gonna say A.
Kenya's gonna say A too.
You come here.
Okay. Marquita and Kinge says A. Does everybody else say C? Look at it.
Y'all is afraid for his life.
Y'all in these yeah, Sam, you better answer wisely, brother. No, I'm just kidding. And you better answer right. Y'all can't keep using it to deliberate. Give me y'all answer.
So Sims is saying C. Kaylee says C. Kaya says C. And Kenge and Marquita say A.
Okay.
We don't want peace. We want problems always.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. All right. I got Ava's answer. Servant, what's your answer? 17? Come on now. Before Professor S gives his final. Okay. All right, go ahead, Professor S.
It's going to be C.
Let the smoke begin. Let the smoke begin. I knew I was getting in trouble when I made this question. I could just feel the smoke rising.
So what's a judge?
A judge is a, what you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? A judicial authority figure. In the case of a judge, if you're thinking about Deborah, she was judge over Israel, yes, but the priest was still the spiritual authority figure in that situation.
But what's the judge though? What's
He
their
said it's
job?
judicial.
What's their job? Is it not to uphold the law?
It is, but this is spiritual.
The law is spiritual.
The law is spiritual, indeed, but the judge with that position was a more judicial position.
So think about legislatively, like
he can.
Go ahead. Sorry, you answer because I'm not. I'm not.
No, you're right there. Look, you're saying everything right, sis.
Authority, though.
Spiritual authority.
What she's about to say is still authoritative.
The question said spiritual though.
It would be spiritual if their job is to uphold, like, maybe can you give like another maybe definition, or you can tell me to go do my own research of what a judge is or does.
All right, so remember earlier in the Torah reading, I want to say it was like 3 weeks ago, where Moses was just overwhelmed with all of the duties of leading Israel.
Yes.
And his father-in-law Jethro came to him and told him, "Hey, bro, what you should do is appoint judges to handle all of the small matters, and if there's a big matter, they'll bring it up to you, and then you'll handle the big matter. But all of the smaller matters, you have judges appointed." The people that Moses appointed during that time to handle all of the small matters in the legislative or judicial manner is the same type of judges that was put in power during that time period that Israel had no king. So whether you're looking at it from that time period of Israel not having a king and there was judges, or the judges that were appointed by Moses to handle those legislative and judicial matters, still both, as an example.
Another way to look at it is like the Torah was essentially the constitution of Israel, right? So you could look at it this way, that being able to solve a matter between someone, like, let's say with the commandment about if your ox is known for goring people and then he gores someone, then it's required of you, because you knew that he did that previously and you still didn't kill him and you let him do it. And so he ended up killing someone, right? So that would be not so much a spiritual matter. So that could be judged, right? Without it being a spiritual matter, right?
Yeah. Another thing.
Okay. So then, wait. So then, what is a spiritual authority figure in this case then?
A spiritual authority figure would be a priest, and there are no women priests.
So they're only a spiritual authority figure because they are from what, the tribe of Levi?
No, because they handle the priesthood.
Because they're
the whole point and job of the priesthood.
The priests were basically the go-betweens between all the rest of the people and the Most High.
Yeah. All right. Next question.
If I may add, I wrote it in the chat, but maybe it would help out. I wouldn't say a judge is necessarily an official, like, authority figure necessarily, because a judge is more of a mediator. Like, they come into the community to help weigh matters of the community, and they uphold the authority of the law. The law is the actual authority. So they're just representing, they're mediating and upholding the law. They are not the actual authority.
Yeah.
Correct. But they also, there's certain situations that, according to the law, like if there's no witnesses, right, you got to bring it to the judge, and then the judge would have to make the decision and the determination of which way to rule. And they have that freedom within the law given to them to make the determination based on whatever evidence is presented, right? Because not every situation is cut and dry. Some are, but not everything is cut and dry. So yes, they are a mediator in majority of the situations, but there are situations where they have to be the authoritative figure in that situation to make that decision.
A judge would basically adjudicate disputes and so forth, civil things, not spiritual things, though.
Question number 18. How many times in the entire Bible was the term Christian used? How many times? And we're talking about the 66 books, right? Just the 66. I ain't talking about any other books, whether you deem them canonical or pseudo-apocrypha. I'm talking about the 66. How many times did the word Christian or the term Christian appear in the Bible? Is it 2 times? Is it 2,519 times? Is it 368 times? Or is it 3 times? Thirty seconds. All right, looking at the chat. All right. Servant. Servant, what you got? Go ahead, faith over fear.
Kaya's A. Sims is A. Kenge's A. Marquita's A.
No, Marquita
is
D.
D, and Kaylee is D.
Okay. I think that's everybody, almost everybody. Servant, gonna put your answer in there. Just say no, not fair. Cute. Come on, man. Put your answer. Because once I asked Professor S, them answers is locked in. All right, Professor S, go ahead.
All right. The answer is D.
D. The answer is D.
Yeah, twice in Acts and once in Peter.
Yep, Acts 11:26, Acts 26:28, and 1 Peter 16. Hold on one second.
What version of the Bible was this in?
It's pretty much all of them, but King James.
I want me to get those scriptures again. 11, Acts 11:26, Acts 26:28, and 1 Peter 4 and 16.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, that Peter will get you because we always go to them Acts. The Acts is like the go-to. Man, it's only mentioned twice. I
was close. I said 2.
Yeah, that's why I put 2 and 3 in there because 2 is like the first thing that comes to mind. I know a lot of times. I was torn between 2 and 3. Yep. Yep. Look at Jason, the Bible scholar here representing his wife. Let's go, bro. I feel you. All right. Next question. All right. In Revelation, 144,000 are sealed. We mentioned this earlier tonight. What is the number of the others who are dressed in white robes? So the book of Revelations, 144,000 are sealed. But it mentions people that are dressed in white robes. Right? Is it A, 777,000? Is it B, 444,000? Is it C, a number that no man can number? Or is it D, 1 million? 777, 444, a number that no man can number, or a cool million? All right. Faith over fear. Y'all up. Hit me.
Say C.
Kaya says D. Kaylee says C. Mr. Sim says D. I say C. And Marquita says C.
All right. And Professor X.
It's going to be C.
A number that no man can number. It's a number that no man can number. So it doesn't specify, but it's a whole lot. Whole lot. There are those that focus on the 144,000 that are sealed, and they neglect to continue reading and never acknowledge the number that no man can number. I don't know how they missed that, but yeah, it's there.
From Pastor Pork Chop, that's how.
Pastor Pork Chop.
Excuse me. All right. $20, true or false? According to the law, a wife is considered the property of her husband. True or false? According to the law, emphasis on the law. Oh, according to the law, a wife is considered the property of her husband. 30 seconds. All right, go ahead, Faith over fear.
A. True. Everybody, A.
Everybody, A. Okay. Sister Ava, what you got? Oh, no, I saw it. You already gave me the answer. It just moved so fast. I missed it. Okay, you good there. Professor S, go ahead.
The answer is true.
Aaliyah said, it says property, though, with the roll her eyes emoji. Okay. Moving on to the final bonus question. This is worth 2 points, family. So this one's one you want to get right. But I had to make it a little bit more difficult because it's worth 2 points. Bonus. Which book of the prophets mentioned the 30 pieces of silver just as in the Gospels regarding the betrayal of the Messiah? Which book of the prophets mentioned the 30 pieces of silver just as the Gospels regarding the betrayal of the Messiah? Is it Isaiah? Is it Zechariah? Is it Jeremiah? Or is it Ezekiel? This one's probably going to get a couple people because it's not something that is widely referenced and taught and brought up in sermons and teachings and all of that. So I had to dig for this one. So which of the prophets mentions 30 pieces of silver just as it does in the Gospels regarding the betrayal of the Messiah? 30 seconds. It's Isaiah, Zechariah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel. I would say, can we call a friend? Unfortunately, no, ma'am. Can't call a friend for this one. All right, let's look at these answers in here. All right. So we got what's y'all answers? Go ahead, Faith over here.
Okay, Kenya and Sims have Ezekiel. Kaya has Isaiah. Marquita, Jeremiah, and Kaylee has, drum roll please.
I wanted to go with Jeremiah, but Marquita's gonna be like,
okay, we're gonna go with Jeremiah for Kaylee because that's what she wants.
She went with Jeremiah?
Yeah.
Because I think that was the Torah.
Okay. Marquita had which one?
Wait, you asked for Kaya's?
Marquita.
Oh, Marquita's picked Jeremiah.
Jeremiah. Okay. And Kaya picked what?
Isaiah.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. Aaliyah, come on with your answer now.
Looks like she put B.
Was you asking the question or is that your answer?
Zechariah.
Okay. All right, drum roll. Professor S.
It's B.
It is B. Damn it! I can't trick you up.
So he's the professor.
That's why he's the professor. You excluded because you just don't get nothing wrong.
Oh, I don't know.
You like a computer. You like a computer.
Professor GPT.
Professor GPT.
That's GPT. There we go. So,
Yeah, Professor S GPT. GPT, bro. You need that Professor GPT.
There we go.
That was funny. That was good.
Yeah. I got 16 points. I lose.
All right, give me a second to
tally,
make these tallies up. In the meantime, let y'all just vibe for a little bit.
A man's heart deviseth his way, but the Most High directeth his steps. Proverbs 16 and 19. Yeah.
I only know one way to spend this time. To spend this time, only one way.
I only know one way, baby.
Reach my destination. One way to spend this time.
They gon' feel me on this one.
To spend this time, only one way.
Profit. Listen.
Reaching my destination.
You only get one life. Better live it to the fullest. Sometimes you pull the trigger, sometimes you bite the bullet. You gotta stay focused, keep your head on the swivel. Keep that Bible tucked, yeah, right next to that pistol. I be counting blessings, so you know I keep that faith. Comes down to a higher, yeah, I step up to the plate. I don't know why people sell their souls, it's really such a shame. They be burning for eternity for temporary fame. It's only one way to ascend. Read the scripts, yeah, that'll get you higher. It's only one way to the Father, like it or not. It's only through your shot.
I only know one way to spend this time. To spend this time, only one way.
All praises to the Most High.
Reaching my destination. One way to spend this time.
AOE life, a high over everything, baby. A higher is the potter, and we are just his clay. So don't you ever question, cause he higher than your ways. Overcome the threats, live with no regrets. Cause if you know him, definition of success. Cherish every moment, get back what was stolen. You scared to elevate your mind and come out in the open. Look into the truth, research everything. Understand your body, you represent the king. Journey gon' come with some tears. Keep faith, cause time is running out. Be productive, do some with your years. Cause your destination is what it's all about.
I only know one way to spend this time. To spend this time, only one way to live this life. Reach my destination. One way to spend this time. To spend this time, only one way to live this life. Reach my destination.
I was a dry bone until I rose from the dead. I could've stayed in that valley, but I left instead. I made a choice to seek life so I could live again. Staying on this righteous path, never turning back to sin. Yeah, change is good, don't let them tell you different. What helped me out the most is when I opened up them scriptures. Dealing with real life, it showed me how to use wisdom. So many lost souls, a higher told me, go and get them.
All right, got everything tallied. Y'all want to just hit the winners, or y'all want me to call out everybody's points?
The winners. The winners. The
It's
winners.
so quiet.
Just the winners.
Okay, so we had Deborah win last week, so she had a bonus point, but she came in for a minute and then left out. So she didn't, it didn't count. Also, Aaliyah had a bonus point, Jasmine had a bonus point, and Kaylee had half of a bonus point because she had answered a lot of the questions right, but she had missed bonus points before. So she got half a point. Kaylee ended up with 19 and a half. Aaliyah with her bonus point ended up with 17. Jasmine ended up with 21. And so Jasmine and Zakaria tied, obviously, but Jasmine had a bonus point. Obviously, Joel had 22, but he don't count. We ain't talking about Joel.
I don't count.
So the winner with the bonus point is Jasmine with 21. But sis, Zakaria, you had 20. You had the same amount wrong as she did as well. So yeah, Joe, you don't count. But shout out to Jasmine.
Good job, guys.
Shout out to Jasmine. Shout out to.
I don't hear anything.
Can you explain the bonus point? Wasn't that the last one or no?
So bonus points are to the winners of each week. So that's how we do it. Like if you win or you tie for the winners, you get bonus points to go towards the next week's Shabbat talk. So it's kind of an incentive to bring everybody back again, right? So if you win, like for example, this next week you'll have a bonus point going towards whatever the competition is. This just happens to be the first Shabbat talk the first trivia night that we had a prize, actually.
Understood. As long as I get my signed book, I'm okay.
So yes, you would get a signed book. Jasmine will get a signed book. And anybody else, if you want a signed book, let me know. I got more in stock. I give y'all the special Shabbat talk trivia night discount. Okay, you get it. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, we caught all of that. Yep, we caught all of that. We caught all of that. Kaylee was doing the Torah shuffle. That was called
cutting a rug over there.
We are ready to work. Like we have had such a good time. Thank you so much. Like it's been so great to be learning the word and be on here with y'all. So we are we're just happy.
Oh, praises. I love that shirt.
Thank you. I have to leave it here.
Don't you be trying to take a shirt.
Huh?
No, but I was telling Marquita, tell her not to be trying to take your shirt.
Listen, there's plenty of things I already know have to stay.
I said, let's prove their statement if you'll give the shirt off your back.
You're trying to pull up the scriptures. But man, it is really good to see you, Sister Kinge. For sure.
It is so good to see you. I was like, I'm so excited. I'm going to have to find this and share it because you're walking in what God led you to, like, what? Almost a decade ago?
It's been a while.
Calling him weird. Remember? We was like, what is he talking about? Like this Jesus, not Jesus stuff.
Right. Like, we're like, I don't know.
Yeah, man.
You're not even playing. Yeah, but it's good where God leads all of us and when we just read the word. So for everybody on here, like if God is leading you somewhere, follow it.
All praises, all praises. Everybody who this is your first time meeting Sister Kinge. I met her back at Eglin Air Force Base all the way back in 2013, 2014. I've known her about as long as I've known Sister Marquita. We was all like a part of like the chapel had different ministries. Like I used to go to the Lighthouse. There was a ministry by the chapel, and the chapel had, I think, when you in the choir or something too. You and Sam. Yep. See, so like we go way back. We go way back, and it's no hard feeling since a lot of people call me weird. You should have seen all the people calling my wife, messaging her on Facebook. What is this stuff your husband posting? He done lost his mind. You're okay? Is everything okay? Yeah, it's okay. It's all good. It's all love. But it's so good to see you. Hope to see you again. Good to have Sister Zakaria on here. Welcome back, sis. Good to have you. Brother Jason in here representing. I know wifey definitely appreciates it. Sister Jasmine is here. She just watching via Facebook. I'm checking out the chat. What else we got here? Yeah. Sister Ava rooting you on, Sister Jasmine. I'm looking at the chat. Let's see.
Yes, representing.
Oh, okay, folks are saying Shabbat Shalom. Yeah, absolutely. Representing. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, family. So we got
I heard the chat.
Yeah, and Sister Andy, you had 19, by the way. So I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you a half point, a plus half point for next week too. So if you tie with somebody and they don't got that half point, it could come in handy. I mean, look at Zakaria and Jasmine; they had the same amount. That bonus comes in. It definitely counts. But does anybody have anything they would like to talk about? Any questions? Now is the time for any open discussion that needs to be had before we close everything out. Anybody got questions, comments, concerns? No? What? Is this going to be a first? All right. So I said all right, cool a little early because I say all right, cool every time. And then Faith would fit unused the mic and then say something. So I'm getting ready. No, all right. I'm about to put this solo out. Okay. Well, with that being said, family, thank you guys for coming on here again for another trivia night. And may the Most High bless you, keep you, campus angels around you, and give you peace that is shalom in the Messiah's name. Shabbat shalom, everybody. See y'all next week.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, family.
Shabbat shalom.
Years in this truth, I'm still going strong. Let me be your motivation for you to keep holding on. Develop a little bit more patience. No, it won't be long before we cross that sea again and make our way home. I only know one way to spend this time. Hey. To spend this time. Only one way to live this life. Yeah. Reaching my destination. One way to spend this time. One way. Only thing I'm focused on is reaching my destination.